Hello friends, and welcome back to my hobby home. My name is Cathy and you are here and we are having a shopping haul, friends. I went to Stitched in Faith Quilt Shop in Mangham, Louisiana. Guys, I have their information down in the description if you would be interested in going and looking online to see what they have. But I'm about to show you some of the things they have. This is two shopping hauls. I went last Friday, and they did not have this in yet, but they got it in Tuesday. So I went on Wednesday over my lunch, picked out some fabrics, laid it out there for Miss Ava, and I went back today to pick it up because there was some other things that she was finishing for me, and that was included, but y'all will see that in the updates. So friends, let's get started. This is a two-part shopping haul. So the first thing, I used this, friends. This came in the Bella Rose Mother's Day box. I used that to take my quilt to Miss Ava. But I'm going to show you some of the things that I got. I got this Steady Betty Pro, and this is foam, and it's got a hard center. And this is supposed to hold your pieces really well while you press. It says unique, durable, Steady Betty surface, holds fabric in place for accuracy, steam or dry ironing, cooler surface to work with, ultra lightweight, perfect amount of cushioning and firmness, both sides designed for pressing. Unique core construction prevents steam from going through the board. So I'm hoping I can use this on my cutting mat so I can bring you guys down so you can see what I'm doing on my table. I may just lay out my blocks and sew them that way. Excellent for piecing, bias, embroidery, and much more. Minimizes seam impressions on the front of your work. So it seems pretty good. Now, I did pay right at $50 for this. But if it is a solution to a problem that I have, which is I can't risk showing things on my table because a lot of things I sew are paid for patterns. And I can't show it to y'all laying on the grid on my cutting mat because then that's technically giving away a pattern. But this is a 13 by 17. Perfect size, friends. Perfect size. Now, when I do have to cut things on here when we are sewing, I may just pull something in front of it so you can't see it. That may be a better work than what I'm doing now where all you can see is just this. Now, see what else we have. Oh, in there, I did have a few little fabric purchases. I love their little fat quarter bin they have there. And I will tell y'all, Miss Ava folds her fat quarters different than anybody I've seen do it. Most people fold them different, but I like how she folds hers because they go in my bins real easy, perfect size to slide them this way, and you can see here. But I got me 4 fat quarters. I got some Tango, and I can't remember what the other one was called. I don't remember what these were called. But I got some of this beautiful birds with flowers. I thought if anything, I could line a bag with it. And I got this beautiful yellow and gray. Got that fat quarter. And then I got that with those pretty greens and big flowers. So I just kind of randomly picked some fat quarters because I like to have, a good little selection of fat quarters. And my selection of fat quarters is getting a little low. But, yeah, those are the fat quarters. And I went ahead and got me another pack of 8012 Schmetz needles. These are the Microtex. I always get Microtex. So, friends, that is from my Friday shopping haul. So, I got 4 fat quarters. and some needles, dropped a quilt off, and got me a Steady Betty Pro. So this is the shopping haul where I just left 18 bolts laid on the table for her. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I first saw this, I was like, I really like the blues in this, but I wasn't really crazy about a lot of them. But as I looked at the whole collection together, I was like, oh, I really like that. So let me show you what I got. This is the fabric that is going to be replacing the Bunny Hill Designs for the Fat Quarter Shop Quilt Along that comes in the Sew Sampler. This is the basic gray. I can't remember the name of the line. Let me see if it's on Field Rush. I don't know why I can't remember that, friends. I cannot remember that for the life of me. But this is Field Rush. What I am going to do is grab a fat quarter at a time because I'm going to lay them differently. I like to have mine laid this way so I can fold. I don't fold them inside out. So I can fold them straight up. But this is Field Rush. I think this was my favorite fabric in this line, this piece. I love that. So beautiful. So here's my next piece. It is a pink floral. I thought that was really beautiful. And friends, I love this green. I love green, but I really like this green. Oh, she gave me the fuzzy end. But got that beautiful green. And friends, this is the line that had the grunge in it. I did get a couple of the grunges, but they had beautiful grunges, and several of them I did not get. They had pink grunge, they had blue grunge, green grunge, yellow grunge. I'll show you the grunges because I got a few of them. I didn't get all of them. I'm going to say we got a big line of this stuff. Here's a pink floral. I know I had somebody busy cutting this fabric because she was busy when I went in there, and that's why I don't mind coming back and getting it. Now here's like my favorite print, but it's got the white background. I love that. And like I said, I'm pulling these out and opening them up because I'm going to fold them differently. I'm going to fold them in half and then fold them in half again because it's easier for me to press it that way too. And friends, here's my favorite print again in pink with the pink background. I do not know how this spool is going to turn out with all these flowers, but I did get some grunge, and I did get, they had some different patterns as well. Now this is a pretty pink, but they had some that had letters on it, and I just didn't think that would go really well in this quilt, so I didn't get it. But that beautiful floral, and I think I got every floral one they had like this. I was just trying, I didn't want to get white because I'm using a white background. See, and there's that beautiful green with the beautiful florals. I just didn't want to do a white background on these, and I did get the white back floral, but I think it had enough color in it that it wasn't going to make a big difference. Now here's another pattern they had in this. I'm not sure what that is. That's like a cheetah print, I guess. But it's in blues. It's just splotches. That's got a white dot in the center of it. Now the quilt, the spooled quilt, is going to end up being 54.5 by 54.5. I wanted mine bigger, so I did get some fabrics to make borders on it. So we had this beautiful yellow with polka dots. And we had this beautiful navy blue with polka dots. So far we've seen 4 designs. We've got the polka dots. We've got the, whatever that is, the splotches. We've got the florals. And then we've got like, this is a floral, but it's a different kind of floral. And then we got leaves. So we've actually, no, 5, 6. Then we got another floral here that's an open. It's real open. But I was like, oh, I really like this. So let me get things. Now, this blue is the same as a pink in here that I have. I'm just excited to see how this spool turns out, because the fabric requirements is 18 fat quarters. Now, am I going to use the same color scheme? I tried to on my flowering back here, and y'all see it's all scooted around. I tried to use close to the same colors as they were using, but this time I'm just going to go with the flow and do what I want to do. You know, whatever the color is what it is. We got this kind of leafy with little flowers on it. We've got that in green, pink, and blue. Here's the blue. Got that beautiful color there. And then here's one of the open florals on yellow. We have the pink and the yellow in this. I love that yellow. That is very pretty. And then we have the pink splotchy cheetah, whatever it is. It's a pretty print. But we got the pink. So that is our 18 fat quarters, I believe. Oh, no, missed one. I got a yellow grunge. I had to have 18, and I was like, I just don't know which one to get. But I really like this yellow, and I looked in my fabrics that I had picked, and I didn't have a lot of yellow. So I was like, well, that will be real pretty. So in order for me, and I did a navy blue as well. Because I was looking at what colors I had, and I was trying not to get all the same color. Because I know how they're doing spooled is almost every one of them is red. All the fabrics they use is red. And I love this grunge. See, it's got a lot of splotchiness in it that you can see. But now for my borders, I got the yellow. And then this beautiful green. I'm going to use the green on the outside and the yellow on the inside. So, and I told her 3 inches, and I don't know if I told her 3 inch. I didn't tell her 3 inches finished, and I don't know if she thought that. I need to talk to her and find out if she cut this for 3 inches finished, or if she cut it 3.5 inches unfinished. I mean, 3 inches finished or 2.5 inches finished. It doesn't matter which way she did it. It really doesn't. It's going to be the same thing either way. You know, I'm going to probably just cut it 3 inches and be done with that. Because I'm not a very picky person when it comes down to things like that. You know, if she cut it 3 inches and I lose half an inch, I lose half an inch. It don't matter. Because I'm still adding 5 inches to the quilt. So it'll be 59.5 inches. So it'll almost be, you know, 5 feet. Isn't that right? Yeah, it'll almost be 60 inches, which is 5 feet square, which is a perfect lap quilt for me. I just want to make sure my toes are covered. And friends, I'm only 5'2". So, you know, it don't take much to cover my feet. And sometimes I do like to cover up my shoulders. Like if I get in my recliner and it's kind of cool, but I don't want to cut the heat on, I'll pull me a little quilt up. But friends, thank you for joining me and seeing all the goody goods that I got from Miss Ava at Stitched in Faith Quilt Shop in Mangham. Once again, if you'd like to check them out, their information is down in the description. You can find a lot of fabrics that are hard to find there. I noticed she still had, I'm trying to think what line it was that, I don't know if she still had some Old Glory there, but I know that one was from a couple years ago, and that you could not find it anywhere. It was going so fast. But I love going in there and just looking through. Oh, sorry, I spit there. I love just going in there and looking through her fabrics and just seeing how she's done quilts and how she's got them quilted. Just fabulous, beautiful things. But I wanted to show you all the goods I got. That's what I got from Stitched in Faith. Now, I will be going back there. I may be going back tomorrow. I don't know. Today is Thursday. So you'll see this Friday. I may be seeing her again today, the day you see this. But I don't know. I haven't got my borders on that yet. So that's in the works. But friends, thank you for joining me. Thank you for visiting in my little bitty sewing room here to see all the goods that I got. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you've been inspired. This will be the fabrics for my spooled quilt along. I'm just going to reiterate that. That is the quilt along that comes in the Sew Sampler box. This is the first pattern for that quilt along. I have not done mine yet, but I will be doing it soon. So, friends, give me a thumbs up before you head out. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.